So, something I think is worth talking about that's not necessarily related to grief, um, but can be, is body dysmorphia. So, body dysmorphia is when your self perception of your physical form is different from reality. That can be positively different. You can see yourself as far more attractive than what the general consensus would be. And most of the time, it actually happens in the opposite direction, where you feel not attractive. Your self perception is negatively converse to uh, general uh, feelings about your physical form or how you would be perceived. So, body dysmorphia, uh, it actually it can happen for a few different reasons. There, there is believed to be a genetic predisposition for this, but the general belief is that it actually occurs from um, anxiety and repeated experiences with scrutiny, comparison, criticism, things like that. So the early messages that we get about how we look, how we should interact with our bodies, how we should perceive ourselves, they actually are tied to our perception of how we look. Teasing, bullying, and early caregivers' input on our appearance, it is profound the impact that it has in long term perception that people have about themselves. And then you couple that with trauma or loss of control or loss of autonomy, things like that, that just it compounds. It makes it worse and worse. So there's also cultural aspects to it, religious aspects, things of that nature that influence how we feel about ourselves. So, and then we add in the social media and print media influence. A lot of people who are scrutinized early incorrectly, um, they end up doing constant comparisons of what they perceive to be beauty or what was communicated to be beautiful to them early on, and this reshapes their perception. So it has nothing to do with confidence. You can't tell somebody with body dysmorphia, oh, you just need to be more confident. Oh, you just got to learn. Um, Fundamentally, what they see in the mirror is not reality. It is a reflection of what was communicated to them early on. And it is so hard because it becomes so ingrained in that individual that they cannot just they can't just jump out of the what they've come to believe. It's a fundamental belief about themselves. Um, so healing from body dysmorphia is a long drawn out process. Um, and it involves the individual having to work to change their fundamental understanding, their relationship of perception and control of what they perceive. And this is no small task. Um, they have to work on fixing compulsive behaviors, because a lot of people will just stand in the mirror and just pick themselves apart. They'll just tear themselves to shreds. They do a lot of reassurance seeking. So it's actually really hard on their partners too, because their partners, doesn't matter if they tell them 100 times, hey, you're beautiful. They're like, no, you're lying. And that becomes really frustrating for somebody who's trying to be in a relationship with somebody with body dysmorphia. And they have to challenge these beliefs to heal the individual. Um, they have to challenge themselves, which is never fun. The brain does not like that. Once it's decided something, it pretty much wants to just roll with that. So that's challenging. It's unpleasant. There's a lot of emotional upheaval. Please be gentle if you have body dysmorphia with yourself. Please be gentle. Be patient. I know it's really really hard. Um, This is a subject near and dear to my heart. I understand body dysmorphia all too well. I have a very close, very beautiful friend who very much struggles with body dysmorphia. Um, so please be gentle with people with body dysmorphia. If you know somebody who's constantly degrading themselves, putting themselves down, um, be patient with them. Please support them. I know it's difficult. I know, people get tired of hearing you talk about yourself. They get tired of trying to lift you up because it's not them. Um, but over time, these people can heal. They can shift their focus. So please just be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. Uh, this is a really horrible uh, mental condition. So I think it's worth talking about. It's worth being aware of. And I hope you guys are okay.